Jens, how are we feeling ahead of this big quarter-final on Saturday?
Very good, very excited. It's been a good week. Big game. And first overnight travel where we have plenty of time to be together and to prepare up there. So exciting times. It's of course we're playing to get into a semi-final, which is big for the club and for everyone involved, for the fans. We have fantastic support again. Every time we travel, the numbers just keep growing, and as I've heard, it's more than 1,000 people coming up. They're taking the trip all the way up to Aberdeen to support us. That's amazing. So we want to do our best up there to see if we can go through.
What would it mean to you and to this new group of players to reach the National Stadium at the first time of asking?
It's an experience that people want to have, and it's an opportunity to. Now we have the opportunity to get into the semi-final, which will be the opportunity to get into the final and fight for a trophy. So we're getting closer to giving ourselves the opportunity to fight for a trophy, and that's what everyone wants to achieve during their career. It's what also the fans are cheering for and hoping for, that we get these moments as a football club, even though we're not favourites, neither in the league or in the cups to win, but we want to give ourselves an opportunity, and I think we will go to Aberdeen and we will all feel that we have a good opportunity.
Yeah, you say you're not favourites, but do you feel you have a good opportunity? Just on your opposition, a lot of people might be looking at the game, see the way that yourself have started the season and the way that Aberdeen have started the campaign. Actually, think that Motherwell might be the informed team. How do you view the match-up in terms of Aberdeen's form at the moment?
Well, I think Aberdeen has been a little bit unlucky. When I look at their underlying data, it doesn't match with their position in the league, and that they haven't scored a goal yet in the league. We know they have quality players. We know they have a very good manager. We know they are well supported at home. So we know it's going to be a difficult game, and much more difficult than their league position and their league form indicates. But we also know that we are progressing, we are developing, and we feel that we are taking good steps in our game, and we know that we are really, really hard to beat. We haven't lost a game for I can't remember how long, and everyone has that feeling that we are so close, and it's not just a feeling. That we are really, really close to winning our games. We are just 2 actions, not just phases or moments, 2 actions away from being third in the league. So we keep working on these details that will make it possible for us to win. Also knowing that now we're going into a cup tie, that you don't necessarily have to score more goals than your opposition during the first 90 minutes or 120 to win the game. And today they were banging in penalties for fun. That looked really good. So we're ready if we need to use a few penalties to get through as well.
When you hear that level or that number of support travelling all the way up there, for you as still relatively a new manager with this team, how does that make you feel when you know there's such buy-in from so many fans already? They really believe in what's happening here.
Yeah, but it makes you smile, it makes you feel happy and proud and excited, that we are able to get them so enthusiastic about what we do that they keep supporting us, even though they haven't been able to stretch their arms that much after a game that we would want to. But everyone feels the support, everyone feels the trust, and that's extremely important. It's not given for any club to feel that amount of trust and support in what we do. We want to make them happy. We want to make them proud, and we feel that we're doing that at the moment. And then we know that good results will also come. We'll also lose games eventually. But I think we've created a good connection already with what we try to produce on the pitch, and also the help and support we get from outside.
You mentioned you're close to those winning moments. You feel when it does click, do you really feel that the sky's the limit for this team? That when that ball begins to roll in terms of winning, that this team will fly?
I don't think the sky is the limit for this team, but I think we have a good opportunity to do something over time and to develop as a football club, and that's what we're trying to do. And then we know that the best is yet to come. We're still a new group. We're still doing a lot of new things, and we're still teaching and learning every day and every week. But I think we're all confident that if we get these moments right, if we increase our attacking numbers, attacking efficiency just a little bit, or the defensive qualities or efficiency just a little bit, we'll get more points. If we manage to, over time, do both, we are in for a really, really interesting season. And I think that's everything indicates that. All our underlying data that are important to look at brings us in top 3, top 4, some even better, especially some of the individual is really, really good. And I trust the players to keep pushing for improvement and to at some point equalize that gap there is between the underlying data and the efficiency and effectiveness we're showing so far.
Yes, to ask you about a few injured players.
Yes.
Apostolos looked like he got a sore one on Saturday. How is he? Could he be out?
He's fine. He will train. He's been on the pitch more and more during the week, and he'll be fine for Saturday. I think he was so disappointed with himself that he missed the shot that he decided to put his head against the post and in frustration go off. So he'll be fine. There's a few injuries, and there are some players out that we are. John McGee, Sule, and Sam will be back next year at some point. John McGee, Paul McGinn has had a little thing a couple of weeks ago. He's close, but probably won't make it for the weekend. And then we have a few players who will be with us probably after the international break. It's tight, but it's probably going to be after in Tom and Slats. And Callum Hendry, we are monitoring a little bit. He's been a little bit overloaded here since he came, so it's a day by day, week by week thing that we are taking the decision when to put him in full training again. So obviously we have a few issues we need to address. It gives the opportunities for our young academy players to have a lot of exposure in first team training and also be on the bench, which is what we want as a club. It's not something we don't want to have 3 or 4 academy players who are not full-time players on the bench every time. But when we have, it's an opportunity for them to grow. And then we are doing our very best to see how fast we can get people back. And then it gives also an opportunity for everyone who's in the squad to show themselves. We've had some new players in, and suddenly they are in and they are playing, which is good for them and good for us as a group, that everyone gets a lot of exposure and a lot of minutes early in the season. We will need that when we enter a later stage of the season.
You mentioned Jordan McGee, a setback from the injury that he was coming back from.
Yeah, it's not a setback. It's a new injury that has where he needed surgery. So he was very unfortunate. Got it for him, but he's had surgery and now he's looking to work his way back.
You mentioned the possibility of a penalty shootout in these types of games. Is that something you feel is important to mentally prepare the players for?
Yeah, I think it's something they are always prepared for. When you enter a cup, it's not the first time that they have been in a penalty shootout or been in a cup tie where things had to decide. So it's something where we try to prepare for. It's hard to simulate the pressure in training that you meet in the games where everything is decided at the end and you are fatigued. But we try to as good as we can, and in general to add some penalties. They're not just in the weeks where we have cup games, but in general to put some of these situations in training, so we get them used to and try to do it at where we're competing. So there's just a little bit at stake when we do it, and then we get some data on them also, who's most effective in training. So we get all the data out of, no matter if it's a penalty after when everyone has gone in or if it's during the games. So we accumulate the data and see who's most effective, and then we use that as well when we decide who to shoot.
Jens, I want to ask what you remember from your previous matches against Jimmy Thelin in Sweden. Someone that you know well, and if my research is right, I think he's played each other 3 times. I think you won a game, Jimmy won a game, and there was a draw, so it's quite an even record. What do you remember from preparing against those teams and playing against them?
Well, usually a very physically strong team who are very direct and who are really, really good at putting pressure on the opposition, especially in and around the box. Usually with good wide players. Who are good 1-against-1, dangerous in transitions, and with a lot of crosses and a lot of bodies in and around the box, and centrally a lot of pressure on the back line. That's Elfsborg when we played them. Difficult, aggressive, intense, and that's the same I've seen with the Aberdeen team. They haven't really gotten the most out of the team yet. I hope it's not going to be the next couple of weeks, and that's up to us. But they do have quality and usually well structured and good disciplined team. So it's going to be a tough test, that's for sure.
Yeah, 'cause I appreciate he's going through a tough time just now, but he started last season so well, then obviously goes on to win the cup. So what similarities do you see with his Elfsborg team that were so impressive as well compared to his Aberdeen team?
Well, I've just mentioned some of them. Tactically, it's the same structure. They have really good wingers who they are good at trying to set up, both in transitional phases and also by feeding a lot of balls to them, very, very direct and aggressively. And then they are usually good in the penalty box, both ends. They haven't been that efficient yet, but they've been close, and they should have scored more goals than they have. So we are very aware that it's a really good side that we are playing, and that we have to put in a top performance so we don't give them the opportunity to kick off their attacking adventure against us. We need to keep them a little bit frustrated the next couple of weeks.
He's made himself an Aberdeen legend by winning the Scottish Cup last season. That was a first trophy in quite a long time. Do you allow yourself to dream of emulating that success here? Because it's been a long time now since this club won silverware. So
I think when we are involved in football, either as fans or working within the clubs, I think dreams are extremely important. I think we all have them, and they start quite early when we are very small and very young, and many of us have had a dream of being able to live professionally, either playing or coaching, and we are here now. And then obviously we dream to win. It starts by winning a football game. That's the way to win a trophy, and now we've put ourselves in a position where we are a few games short of being able or having the opportunity to win a trophy, and that means that we will do everything we can to make that dream come true. Everyone has and win. That's what we're here for. So I expect everyone to dream about winning something and doing something above the ordinary with a club of our size.